right, y'all. So this is gonna be a video to clarify some things regarding the video that I had posted, the short that I posted about y'all shutting up because you talk too much. You can never shut up. You talk too much. Run DMC said it best. Yes, they did. So here's the thing that I want to clarify. I'm not advocating crime. That's not what I'm doing. I'm advocating for people to read and educate themselves regarding the law. I'm advocating for people to understand that once you open your mouth, you then trapped yourself a lot of times. So therefore, it's important that number one, you maintain insurance. If you can't afford life insurance, guess what the next insurance is that's going to pay your next of kin if something happens to you in your vehicle? Your car insurance. Oh, why do I feel like I'm talking to some children? Yelling at them. You're yelling at us. Uh-huh. Well, I wouldn't yell at you if you just listen. But anyway, so if you maintain your insurance, maintain your registration, and maintain your driver's license, you're not going to have much problems. Because if you don't let me tell you how it works in the state of Arizona, and I'm going to just apply it to the majority of the country. I don't know where you can have, anyway. If you don't maintain your insurance, they cancel your registration. Once they cancel your registration, if you don't get that up to par, they then suspend your driver's license. If you get caught driving without registration or insurance, they suspend your driver's license. What could you possibly do in the world without a driver's license? Granted, yeah, there are some people that don't drive. They just have their identification. That's it and that's all, and they're cool. But for the rest of us, what can you do without a driver's license? You hear that? That's my signal. You know why? Because I'm not giving them any excuse to pull me over. Use your signals. When you take a right turn, you turn right into the lane that's the closest to you. Unless it's impeded, like if there's a public transportation bus, you know how they're usually at the intersection. When you take a left turn, you're going to turn in the lane closest to you, if at all possible, unless there's a vehicle that's broken down or traffic's piled up there or something. Maintain those things and you'll be fine. Have you ever noticed when you're driving and suddenly all the traffic starts slowing down? Like traffic just suddenly starts getting backed up and everybody, speed limit is 45 and everybody starts going 40, then 35. Then you discover there's a police officer leading the pack. When you're riding clean and legit, that stuff don't bother you. That's what causes attention. And let me tell you something else. Use your cruise control. Speed limit 45, guess what? As soon as I hit traffic, boom, 45. Why? Because people get in traffic and a police officer gets behind them. Then they start getting nervous, going slow, going fast, going 45. Now they're 40. Now they're 37. Now they're back up to 45. And you doing all that, causing attention to be drawn to you. I'm not advocating crime. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about let me tell you something. The scriptures specifically tell us that we are to obey magistrates. And if the magistrate tells us we need car insurance, that's what we, people of God, actual Christians, that's what we do. You don't even have to be a Christian to have car insurance. It's just common sense. Not only to protect you, but to protect your family if something happened to you and you met your demise in a car accident, the insurance is going to pay your next of kin. I'm not advocating being disrespectful. And see, this is the problem with a lot of y'all. I find it so astounding. I find it amazing, the dichotomy within the hood. See, in the hood, there's a code of silence. Oh, somebody got beat up, we don't know nothing. Oh, somebody got robbed, oh, we don't know nothing. Oh, somebody selling some dope, we don't know nothing. Oh, somebody got killed, no, we don't know nothing. But as soon as a police officer pull you over by, y'all just be, it sound like a bunch of chickens in a chicken coop. Bunch of eggless hens. And that's where they get you. Shut up. I encourage parents, if you have young children, that you take the car out on their own. I just encourage it for everyone. Because let me tell you something. I don't know if I mentioned this before. When it comes to women that society considers attractive, there's a lot of leeway and a lot of privileges that come with that, right? What do I mean? For example, a police officer, their interaction with what they consider an attractive woman, and particularly an attractive woman of color, is going to be totally different from what they consider an unattractive woman of color. See, an attractive woman of color, I can reach anywhere inside my car. In fact, I'm going to post this video, of me just doing whatever and talking crazy too. Because, one more time, society, has placed me, and I'm not saying this arrogantly, I'm just saying I've observed how they treat me versus how they've treated other individuals that I've observed. You know what I mean? Unattractive women, they almost treat them like the blackest man that crawled out of a tar pit or something. You know what I mean? Like, they're very hostile and aggressive to them. But attractive women, they'll spend as much time as it takes. They open up all doors to avoid any sort of consequence for that woman. That's just the truth of it. That's the truth of it. Nevertheless, so if you can purchase something where the children can put their ID, or there is something to help them avoid reaching, maybe even on the visor, you know what I mean? Like, if they get pulled over, and then one more time, insurance, registration, license, officer, here's my insurance, my registration, and my license up there in that little Ziploc. You're more than welcome to get it, but unfortunately, for my own safety, I will refrain from moving further. If you would like to ask me any questions or engage in conversation, I'm going to request an attorney. Thank you. And shut up! For example, if a police officer pulled you over for making for not using your signal, or let's say, for example, brakes, right? You didn't come to a complete stop. The officer pulls you over. Then he starts engaging. Well, you didn't come to a complete stop over there. Then you, singing like the Supremes, oh, well, my brakes are bad. Now you just added another citation, because by law, you're supposed to have a properly running vehicle, meaning all maintenance needs to be done on that vehicle, even your brakes. So if you admit that there was something wrong with your brakes, now you just added another citation. Do you see what I'm saying? So just shut up, ride legal, obey traffic laws, and you'll be fine. But instead, y'all, people that have nothing to lose, people who don't care, people who, let me tell you something. The first time that I ever went to jail, I was 12 years old. And from 12 years old all the way up until just only very recently, actually, by permission of God. I mean, it's gotten better in the last couple of years, but I've just been in and out of jail, in and out of jail, in and out of jail. You know what I mean? And so with that being said, to rebuild yourself from that type of background, man, society is unkind to people with backgrounds, especially felony backgrounds. You know what I mean? The boys got them felonies. They got them felonies. So anyway, so rebuilding yourself from that, you know, you don't even have to have a felony. You can just, you know, have a bunch of a bunch of misdemeanors and sitting in that jail all the time. But it's hard to rebuild yourself from that. So when you get to a place where finally society is looking at you just as a regular person, you know what I mean? Then you appreciate your driver's license, you appreciate your cars, you appreciate everything that you have. And one more time, what can you do without a driver's license? Not only without driving, but let's say they went in your insurance, your registration, and your driver's license, right? What can you do without a driver's license? Not only is it difficult to maintain what you have, without one it becomes more difficult to obtain what you want when you're living outside the confines of the rules. You know what I mean? So I'm not advocating crime. That's not what I'm advocating. I'm advocating to educate yourself. Start reading. Start taking initiative. Stand on your rights, what little rights we have left. All those suckers under the Bush administration. We weren't the ones who went and attacked our own country. Y'all did that. But we the one got to get naked at the airport. That's what happens when you don't read. Anyway, obey the rules of traffic. Shut your mouth. Let me tell you something. An officer could pull me over and say, you know what? I really like your hat. I'm nodding my head. You see, be quiet. Just shut up. Maintain those things and you're going to have less attention. And don't be disrespectful. Y'all so used to being disrespectful to people. You don't know how to communicate with people effectively. And that's all they want. Just get disrespectful with me, coon, so I can bop you upside your head with this stick. You see what I'm saying? Stop drawing negative attention to yourself. Unwanted attention, unwarranted attention. You see what I'm saying? Even if they pull you out of the car and they say, do we have permission to search your vehicle? Shut your mouth. It's their story. They need to finish it. They need to tell it. Shut your mouth. They're the ones that got to prove to the state that these things that they're alleging took place. That's it and that's all. If that's their story, you let them tell it. You don't talk to anybody. Nobody. I don't care if they have you in the interrogation room. Don't talk. Shut up. Shut your mouth. That's it and that's all. That's it. Shut up. Don't talk. Don't talk. I can't say that enough. All right. Thank y'all because I'm in traffic right now, so I got to do it moving. All right.